What's the deal, everyone? This is your boy, Sasha Robinson, and this is the Sasha Robinson Sports Talk Show where we talk 49ers. All 49ers. This is not going to be a sports talk show. We're going to talk all sports, all subjects. This is just going to be strictly 49ers. And we're going to have this is going to be a very special one because I normally hold the show on, supposed to do it on Wednesdays, but I found out some news on Monday night that really didn't sit well with me. I don't know if you are aware, but a good friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, passed away Monday night. Tuesday, I wasn't really feeling doing the anger management, real shit talking. So I did real shit talking yesterday. And then I'm just going to hold this special show today where it's, for the pregame for the 49ers as they are about to take on the Tennessee Titans in the first game of the preseason of the 2026 season. I'm excited. Everybody's excited. We're all on this. It's just a preseason game, everybody. Just a preseason game. Let's just make sure that we're all on the same page here. It's only preseason, and the only thing about preseason work you need to know, and I'm saying preseason like this is practice, y'all. But because it's preseason, it's just a game. A lot of this is just for a certain thing. One is, get the rust off. That's the one thing. Get the rust off. Get and so you can be ready for game speed. Two, find out who is and who's not going to make the team. You got a bunch of free agents, rosters. The 49ers, that since Robert Saleh, he left for the Titans, now they have Raheem Morris. I was about to say Mosters, but Raheem Morris, he's now the coordinator. So now they're going to have to try to see how to get the defense going. And from everything that I'm reading, reports, the defense has been going crazy out there, especially since Fred Wreck and Dre Greenlaw came back. They're back. Nick Bosa is being held out, and I know a lot of people are like, "Oh my God, what does that mean?" I think it's just a precaution because he's coming back from the ACL, and it's nothing for everybody to worry about. But that's the thing, everybody's going to worry because of the injury. If the 49ers are now all injury plagued. So it's like, oh my God, so what are they going to do? This player is really hurt, is all this, that. I don't take the offseason with the 49ers as serious as everybody would. And the reason why I don't do that, because the 49ers, they don't let you know what they're doing. They let you think you know what they're doing, but you don't know what they're doing. Like a couple of years ago, the thing about Christian McCaffrey, oh my God, it could have been a season-ending injury with his leg because he had a hamstring pull some years, a couple of years ago, and he had to go to Germany to get it looked at by specialists, and they're saying, "Oh, no telling if he's out." I wasn't buying it not one bit. I think the 49ers were resting him and trying to prepare him for the second half of the season. Christian came back. 49ers season was lost, and all of a sudden, if you notice, everybody went out with the mysterious injury. Brock Purdy went out. Let's see, George Kittle went out. Everybody went out with a mysterious injury. The 49ers, I've noticed right now, is that they take that if they're in position, the season's going well, and there's somebody having a key personnel that's out, they'll manage without them, and they'll tread along with lightly and then bring them back. They're okay with doing that. I've noticed that they've done that a couple of times, but things that people don't see that they a lot of fans. They blow things out of proportion, but I've started picking up on it. So right now, what's going on with a lot of these injuries? A lot of key personnel, and then the electrical substation is who it's this. It's the one that's causing all these injuries since that report had been released. Funny thing is because one of the shows that I watch all the time, the Coach JB show, Jason Brown show, and it's on YouTube. He shows that And then they released that and they were talking about that. And then everybody started talking about that. This is what's going on. That's why the 49ers having all these injuries. And and it's a joke now. Everybody they're talking about, oh, they like about that. Do I believe it? I believe anything's possible. But until I can see some hard facts about it, I just say that anything is possible. Anything like that's happened. I never doubt anything because it could happen. I believe if you believe it, give me a reason to believe it. I'm cool with it. I don't shut you down. I live in this world where I just don't think that everything is just like you see it. That means it's just it. You just don't believe nothing else is not possible. That's just where my imagination goes. But anyway, let's talk some 49er football because again, the 49ers, they will be playing against the Tennessee Titans tonight at Levi Stadium, I'm sorry. And this is going to be a great game. Like I said, it's just a preseason game. I was looking online, and I haven't seen if any of the key starters who's not going to play, or so that hasn't been released yet. I've been trying my best trying to see if anything has been released yet, so nothing has been came up. So at this point, I'm saying that because this is live right now, I'm saying that that anybody, and I mean, if there's anything out there, if I'm just thinking that Brock Purdy and is going to be playing, a lot of the stars are going to play. Christian McCaffrey is going to be out there. I don't think Mike Evans is going to be out there, but I do think Debo Samuel will play. The new signing. Speaking of that, so I did a video the first, about a week ago, and I was talking about how the 49ers should sign him. And normally I did the video on Wednesday, and I was going to edit it on Thursday or Friday, one of those 2 days. And the next, Debo is brought back. So I'm like, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to upload the video because Ricky Pearsall went on. I'm like, well, if Ricky Pearsall goes out, 49ers going to get him. The next, 2 days later, Debo's back. So I'm like, I'm not going to do it because again, Debo was just signed, so it makes no sense. But Debo Samuel, I think that he should probably get some play, just even if it's just for one drive. Just get in there, just get your footwork out there, and just to do that. But what I'm really looking forward to this seeing right now, so I know a lot of fans are looking forward to seeing Dejon Stribling, the rookie wide receiver from Ole Miss, because he has just been tearing it up and at camp. That's somebody who who I know a lot of us would want to see. But the player who I'm really looking forward is actually Stribling's old running buddy from Ole Miss, Jordan Watkins, because Watkins came out with the hype of being that who Stribling is supposed to be right now, but he couldn't even get on the field because of injuries, or he could just couldn't get on there. I mean, he got in there for 2 games, and I believe he only has 25 yards to his name, but he is a burner. The 49ers need somebody who can be able to stretch the field. You're going to have Mike Evans, who's not a burner, but he definitely can. He can be able to jump out there. They signed him for a 3-year deal from Tampa Bay. He's not, but again, he's still a big body receiver out there. He is going to be he's 1,000-yard receiver, hands down. Good red zone threat, and his name right there, Mike Evans. Come on. 49ers got somebody out there, got out there. So I'm going to definitely want to see somebody, a burner. I know a lot of people want to also see Jordan Watkins out there also. See, like, okay, if not Jordan Watkins, they want to also see Jacob Cowing. That's what I was going to say. Jacob Cowing. Now, I also think Jacob Cowing is going to be will be something special out there too. But it's also about those injuries. This is where I think that Jacob's going to have to put on a good camp. That's just it. From this point, he's going to have to be special to make that roster because If you don't, you're going to get lost in the sauce. Demarcus Robinson, he's a bet out there, and they love it there, and he's definitely been tearing it up right there, out there on the outside. So I've right now named about five receivers. The 49ers are going to probably keep six. Who's going to be the low man? Who's going to be low man on the totem pole? I hear that Will Pauling and Wesley Grimes. Those I hear that I hear Wesley Grimes. That they are definitely in love with him out there. He's been having a good one. Will Pauling, another unrestricted rookie. He's been having a good camp. Wide receivers coach Leonard Hankerson has been really has been he's been saying some good things, real good things about Will Pauling. So the 49ers, a lot of these receivers who are now who are trying to hope to be able to get some playing time, or be able to make the roster. This is going to have to be it right now, because I can tell you right now, 49ers are going to have probably four that I can say four that's going to be on that who's going to be on there, and their names are Mike Evans, Debo Samuel, DeJohn Stribling, and Demarcus Robinson. Jordan Watkins is going to have to show his ass off. So it's going to have to be Jacob Cowing also. I named already two who's been having a great camp also. So that receiver position is full, but it's going to be a shame if Jacob Cowing does not make it, because he was like he. A lot of people had high hopes on him, so I'm really looking forward to seeing Jordan Watkins. Really, but I'm pulling for Jacob Cowing, wide receiver out of Arizona. I want to say Arizona State. Um, so that's where I want to be able to say about that. But the thing what I'm really looking forward to seeing is I'm looking forward to seeing the 49ers defense. Last year the 49ers, they were ranked, their defensive rank was 13th. If you would believe it, they were ranked 13th in their power ranking. But for yards, they were ranked 20th. They had a total of 20 sacks last year, and they only had six interceptions. That is a low drop from what we expect from a 49ers defense. But that all goes back with not getting pressure to quarterbacks, and they can be able to sit back and pick your defense apart because you don't have a pass rusher who can be able to get there. Um, so this is where I'd like to see how Raheem Mostert is Raheem Mostert. I'm sorry, Raheem Morse. How his defense is going to be. Remember, last time he was the D coordinator was with the Rams when they won the Super Bowl. So in the 49ers now, they went out, and after with Nick Bosa, he's coming back, and he's coming back with the vengeance, and camp, and everybody's in love with this. The 49ers went out and they made a trade that with the Cowboys prior to the draft, and they went and signed. They went and picked up what is I'm going to butcher his name to save his life, but Ozzy Oswald. I'm going to have to learn how to pronounce his name. But he's a defensive tackle, good defensive tackle who's going to be able to clog up that the middle of the field. You're going to need somebody who's going to be able to do that. You're going to also need somebody on the outside, and that's where again, if hopefully when Michael Williams comes back, and also we're going to have to want to look at Romello Height. That's who a lot of fans are looking forward to seeing is Romello Height, because he is definitely somebody to look out for. But if I'm going to look out on the defensive end of the defensive side, who I'm looking forward to seeing And let me, well, I share the screen to let you see this right here. Let me see this for you. So this is I know that a lot of people are wanting to see about Romello Height, but on the defensive side, the person who I'm looking forward to seeing is Grayson Houghton, the defensive tackle from Oklahoma. He was definitely a monster out there. He is definitely out there who can be able to clog up the middle of the field and not to clog up the middle, not going to allow those who's going to have to take up some double or triple teams to be able to free up some of those blockers where they're one on ones, especially if Romello Height, if he's just as fast as he is, and then we already know how Nick Bosa is out there on one. You can't stop him. And if Mikal Williams as well, whew, I'm going to love that. Grayson Houghton, and I'm definitely going to can't wait to be able to see how it is going to be with what's his name. Again, I cannot say his name to save my life. But again, he was Ozzy. They call him Ozzy, and I'm going to have to learn how to say his name, especially if you're going to be, and that's going to be something that I want to say. I want to say to everyone is that when you are reporting, you're going to have to learn how to say the players' names. So that's just it. You never want to disrespect the player and everything like that. And unfortunately, I've done a really shitty job of trying to figure out how to say his name. So I truly do apologize. But remember, that's their name. They say his name, and I can't say it at all, just so that the 49ers traded for him for the Dallas Cowboys, gave away a third round pick for him, and he was a monster out there in the middle. Dallas was willing to trade him away. I know a lot of Cowboy fans are not happy about that, but hey, you got Quentin Williams, and you just signed him to a 3-year deal. If you have two monsters in the middle, I'm cool with that. Especially again, since I'm over here saying as much as I like great. I like Grace. I like Grayson Moulton, Grayson Howland. I'm sorry. And then there is Dre Greenlaw. He's come back. Dre Greenlaw is back. After 1 year in Denver, he decides he wants to be like, yeah, well, it was fun in Denver, but I want to come back home. The 49ers welcome back. Come on back, baby. We love you. And it's been nothing but just everybody's just been in love and finding that he came back. Now, one thing that I can say is that when he was in the Super Bowl before he got injured, he was wrecking shop all over the field. And I honestly think that if he did not get hurt, the 49ers would have won the Super Bowl because the Chiefs did not have an answer for Dre Greenlaw. So if Dre Greenlaw comes back and we see how Fred Warner, he looks like he's playing with the reckless abandonment on this Raheem Morris defense, whoo! I am excited to see about that. I'm just excited to see about that. So, and with the 40, and then so I'm just saying right now, the players that I'm looking forward to seeing this year, and there's just going to probably be like about a handful that I'm looking forward to seeing. First. I'm excited to see Brock Purdy this year. When he took over back in 22, 21, 22. Yeah, I was 22. I'm sorry. Me and Sharita wasn't married yet. So, and I was kind of skeptical about it. The reason why is because I thought that he's going to be just one hitter, but he's always been who he is. He's improved a lot of things. A lot of people call him he's just a product of the system. Well, sometimes when the play is not there, He improvises. The problem is that he's not a flash in the pan when he improvises. So, and like on because he's not on like some of these other players' levels just yet, nobody's giving him his respect or his just due, just like just as I feel that they should give him. So unfortunately, Brock is there, but you don't want to give him his respect because A, you haven't won a Super Bowl, and B, your name is Brock Purdy. People think that because he is over there, he is the quarterback of the 49ers and they have talent around him, he thinks they're a product of it. I think he's really he come alive. He just needs to not be Brock Favre at times, but I'm excited to see Brock Purdy this year. And then I'm excited to see Kalon Black. I went on platform 949 yesterday after I did my show, and I was telling them that the 49ers definitely the 49ers need to look for to make sure that they have they need to make sure that they have a number two running back because Chris McCaffrey, he's 30 years old now, and they're running him into the ground. I use the example of Jamal Anderson. If you don't know who Jamal Anderson is, he was a running back for the Atlanta Falcons. And what happened was, in 1998, they ran him into the ground. He held the record. Matter of fact, he had the single season record for most carries in the season. He broke it because they ran him into the ground. The next year they came out, I believe that they were playing the Cowboys. The next year, it was a Monday night game, and he went around the corner and he did a pitch, and he blew out his leg. He hadn't been and he didn't come back. And the 49ers ran Christian McCaffrey into the ground. They ran him, they threw him the ball. He did everything. He even threw a couple of passes. You're going to run him into the ground, especially as a running back. If he's going to be 20 carry, you need to have a solid number two who's going to be able to take the load off your number one. That's what you need. And I like Kalon Black. I think he definitely can. He has the speed, the size, and I can't wait to look for it. I know a lot of people are looking forward to seeing Jordan James, the running back out of Oregon, but again, he's something that's that a lot of these players are getting injuries. But he broke his rib, unfortunately, in practice because of somebody apparently punched him there on accident. Not going to mention his name, but we'll just say 1, 2. Freddie's coming for you. That's what we'll say there. And I know a lot of people are looking forward to seeing Jordan James. But unfortunately, he's going to be out for a while. I know that. So I'm looking forward to seeing Kalon Black. Like I said, I want to see how Jordan Watkins play. And then there was another player that I was kind of like I didn't know if I wanted to see this guy, but Jaden Duggar, the linebacker out of Louisiana, Raging Cajuns. Why am I looking forward to seeing Jane? Why am I looking forward to seeing him? Simple, because the former safety moving the linebacker, and I can tell you right now, when you have a former safety playing linebacker, that is a good combination right there to me. I've seen a lot of when you can switch positions, like if it's a former linebacker moving to safety, we saw that before. We saw that before. I'm trying to remember. Oh boy, from the Rams, he used to do that. He went to Arizona. We were talking. Then there's. No. So I'm sorry. I'm just trying to. I want to say it was Adam. It was no Adam Archuleta. That's what it was. Yeah, Adam Archuleta. We saw him when he was at Arizona State. Adam Archuleta, he was the linebacker. He moved the safety, and we saw what kind of career he had. Then you see Brian Urlacher. He was a former safety, moved the linebacker. Look at how that was. Jaden Duggars, from what I'm seeing, he's got the tackling ability. He's turning heads in camp, and I think he's the reason why the 49ers were willing to trade away D Winters, even though was traded before they got Jaden Duggars. No, actually, it was yeah, they traded D Winters away beforehand. Because from my understanding, when I was talking to one of my fellow columnists from the web zone, um, and he was saying, look, the 49ers linebacker room is full. They did D Winters a favor. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but it sucks because I like D Winters. But you traded away one and you brought in this guy, Jane Duggars. I'm actually looking forward to seeing him in action also. So I have five players I'm definitely can't wait to see. Um, and whoever and however they do, I will definitely write the article about that come tomorrow after I take my son back from what you call it, because he is moving up on campus. So I'm going to take him to campus, come back home, come to work, and then I'm excited. I'm definitely excited about all this, about the 49ers this season. But it starts off with kickoff's going to be at 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, I believe it's going to be 8 o'clock Central Standard Time, my time. I know that it's going to probably be 5 o'clock over there on the West Coast, West Side. So I'm looking forward to this season. So I do want to let you know that the Sasha Robinson Sports Talk Show. I will have this. I will be doing this at least once a week. It's going to be originally going to be on Wednesdays because I have a habit of waiting to do stuff and cut it later. Then some news come out. Like I don't want to wait for it. I'm going to start doing these shows live, and hopefully you can be able to join. You have any comments? Like, subscribe, and let me know if I did shitty. Please let me know if you have anything you want to say. That's cool with me. But again, this show will be nothing but about the 49ers. We will not talk about anything else that's going on. I don't care about your other favorite teams. Fuck your favorite team. This is all going to be about this team right here. That's what it's going to be about. I'm Sasha D. Robinson here. Going to be at my command center, and I look forward to joining you. You see where you can be able to follow me at. There's my Twitter, my Instagram, both Instagrams. If you wish to, you want to send an email. It's going to be anger management productions or don't worry about the email. Don't worry about the email. But if you have any comments, suggestions, whatever, follow us on our YouTube page, or you can follow us on social media. Be more than happy to hear back from you. Until then, come Tuesday, I will have real shit talking. That's where we will have a panel. Hopefully, we'll have a good discussion. Until then, have yourself a good night tonight, everybody, and go Niners!